Hi, I'm Jim Ridley. I am here with Elson Irwin. He is the producer and director of Seniors on Stage in Hemet, and he's got a program planned for us to try to help us raise money for our Raising a Reader project for putting the school books in kindergarten's homes. So I want to ask Elson a couple of questions here right quick. Elson, tell me a little bit about the Seniors on Stage. How long have you been doing this?
Well, Seniors on Stage actually began in La Jolla 25 years ago. I conducted this sort of group down there with a lot of professionals and non-professionals, and it was through the community college district. And up in Hemet, I came to Hemet in 1999. We've been doing this now for 12 years here in Hemet.
Okay, right here. Good.
Yes.
Good, good. So, how old are some of the actors and actresses
We range
here?
in age from 55 to 100.
Wow.
Not anymore, but we used to have 5 people in our group that were over 90 years old.
Okay.
Unfortunately, they've passed on,
Yeah.
but we do have some people in their late 80s right now, and 55 to 85, I would say right now.
That's a good range. It should be. You should get a lot of talent there.
Oh,
for
I
sure.
was surprised when I came to Hemet because I really didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if I was going to find a lot of people here or not. But they turned out in droves. There's a lot of talent.
One question: what's the strangest thing that ever happened to you on stage?
Well, I once was in I'm not a dancer. I'm one of the world's worst dancers, and I had to dance. And I had to dance with a very, very good dancer.
Oh, okay.
And I stepped on her dress and ripped it off her body, and she, yes.
Oh no!
She all she had left was a tutu, but she went on and finished the number like a real trooper. Didn't miss a beat.
I bet you got a lot of. I bet everybody woke up then. Didn't
Oh, they sure
You got
did.
a lot of laughs and a lot of claps.
They sure
Didn't you?
did.
That's really good. So, have you ever done anything that really embarrassed you? Any more than that on stage?
Well,
Like when you was a child, or when you were young, or
yeah, when I was young, I was a dummy with my father. My father was.
Oh, I was a dummy too, but
my father was.
you were a real dummy.
Yes, my father was a
Okay.
My father was a ventriloquist, and
Oh,
he
that's
dressed
cool.
me up like a dummy, and he'd set me on his lap. And when the act was over, of course, he'd put me down, and I'd walk off. That's something Charlie McCarthy couldn't do.
Yeah.
He couldn't
Right.
walk off.
Let me ask you, what is the largest crowd you ever performed in front of, and where was it at?
Well, I did perform at the Shrine Auditorium one time. It holds about 3,000. It held about 3,000 or more, I think. That's where they used to have the Oscar ceremony years ago, and I was involved in one of the Oscar performances.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, I belong to the unions, and I was an actor in movies and in television, some.
Oh.
And not a lot, just some.
Enough to make a living.
Enough to make a living, yeah.
Good, good.
But I'm also a journalist on the side. When you have to eat, you have to have a job, so a day job, you know.
you have to eat along with everything else. So
that's
good. What are some of the other causes? You know, we're working for our Grand Masters project, which is Raising a Reader. But what are some of the other causes you've worked for in the past?
Well, I worked for Make-A-Wish Foundation. We did a show for 975 people down in San Diego for Make-A-Wish years ago. It was a murder mystery, murder mystery musical, and it was fun. And here in Hemet, we've only worked, I think, for Exceed.
Exceed, yeah. Yeah, that's a group that helps people get started back up and stuff. I've heard about them quite a bit. So, can you tell us a little bit about our info and on our program that we're doing over at the school, or basically how many characters do you think we're going to have there? I know I've heard already that Larry the Cable Guy is going to be there.
Oh yeah, Larry. Jack Ayton is a marvelous fellow. I met him. Well, actually, I met him on the golf course, not in the theater. But he came to me one day and said he could do Larry the Cable Guy and Rodney Dangerfield.
Oh, he does Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah, he does.
So Rodney Dangerfield will be at our program.
Probably he'll do.
Cool.
When we did the show, we did do a show for Elks. The Elks, not the Elks. Yeah, the Elks here in town.
Uh-huh.
It was a cause for wheelchairs.
Right.
They bought by wheelchairs.
Well, that's a good cause.
And,
Sure.
and Jack Ayton did both.
Both his characters.
Both his characters in that show.
Great.
It'll be a Las Vegas type show.
Okay.
It'll be more of a variety
Variety
show.
type show. Do you
Yeah.
have any idea what kind of actors are going to show up there?
We'll use 10 to 12 people in that show. We have about 35 in the group, but and all of them are in this show we're doing here.
Right.
Yeah, but we'll have about 10 or 12 people. The best of the best.
The best ones will be at our program, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we really do appreciate your time here. Is there anything else you'd like to add to our, that you'd like to tell us about yourself or some of your actors or some of your people? I know you have a lot of people and you wear a lot of hats and you do a lot of work.
Yes, that's the reason I have to get back out there now. Is that,
Absolutely.
There's so much work to do in setting up for a show.
Right.
And but we did have, as I said, very unusual thing. We did have 5 people in the group over 90 years old. We had a ventriloquist who trained with Edgar Bergen.
Really?
She passed on, unfortunately. We lost her, and we lost Harry Stewart, who sang in the 20s, would you believe? He sang in the 20s at the Democratic Convention. And he came to us, and he sang in Hemet until he was 99.
Wow.
And I promised him that he would be here when he would perform when he was 100 years old. But he didn't quite make it. So we had him recorded, and we put him on stage anyway.
And went 100 on his
Yes,
birthday. That's really great. Well, thank you so much, Ellison. We really appreciate you being here with us. And I'm really looking forward to the great show you guys are going to produce for us over at Menifee School. We appreciate it. Thank you so much.
We'll have a good show, believe me.
All right. Thank you so much. We appreciate everything. You've been here with us tonight, and hopefully we'll have a really good show for you guys.